Okay, so we should be starting up here. We got 8. It should just go. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Who am I playing against? Who am I playing against? So third prize doesn't get anything. Oh, it doesn't even tell us the prizes just yet because there aren't really any. So I'm playing against Mill because that's what people online like to play. So I already feel good about this. Or no, wait, that's not Mill. That's, yeah, it's the 3-0. Seems pretty awesome. I can either, if things are going slowly, I can Chlorophyllia, or if things are going quickly, I can Crash. So it'll probably be a Crash. We'll keep this. He can kill my Brave, but I've got another Brave to replace him, so... it depends on how things are going, so... I get the first turn, too, so it's already awesome for me. So I have a chance of a turn 2 Crash here. That seems pretty awesome. Although I might just Chlorophyllia, I don't know. It depends how things are going. We'll see. If he kills my Brave, then I've got to cast another Brave, in which case I might want a Chlorophyllia, because he'll have lots of kill spells. We'll see how many, if he's got his turn 1 burn. He needs a turn 1 burn here to deal with my Brave. Turn 1 burn, maybe, maybe not. Hopefully not. I think I'm going to play this safe, actually, and we'll go turn 2 Chlorophyllia, just in case he's got, like, Rage Fire. Because I don't want to be stuck on 2 resources, or if he's got... Ooh, that's really good for us. So we're going to play this... It's running pretty slow right now, so we're actually going to turn 2 Chlorophyllia here, just to ensure that I can basically cast pretty much almost every card in the deck. And then later on, if I draw, I can always play Chlorophyllia later. So a really good start for me on this. Lots of Crash to be, so this should be... That that might just lock up this game right there, drawing so many Crash this early. So 2, this is going to be 3 Rhinos, that's 9 damage. It's going to be really hard for him to deal with that so quickly. So, yep, that's why we play this deck, because it's got the turn 3 Fist or a turn 2 Crash Beast. I mean, both of those things are really good for us. Really no plays from him so far, so things are not looking really good on his end. I can also play another Brave here as well. Prep phase, okay. If I really want to. I can play the Brave and the Crash Beast here. Chaos Key. I'm just going to go ahead and play the Crash, and I think I'm going to play a Chaos Key here in case he has, again, something else. I don't know if I want to deal damage just yet. Yeah, let's go ahead and just play the Chaos Key out, so I've got it ready in case he plays something I need to deal with. And another Crash on this next turn, and yeah, so far not seen a whole lot out of Phantasmagoric Foot Fortress. At least he's playing a deck of 60 cards, so that's always good. For some reason I've been seeing a lot of people that have been playing over 60 cards, like 100, and their reasoning is that mill is a big problem for some reason, and they want to be able to counter mill, so they're going to play lots of cards. Stuck at 2 resources, not so good. Yeah, he's definitely stuck at 2 resources, so that's really good. Really bad for him. This was probably going to be the end of his tournament. Yeah. Oh, I can click on this now. Yeah, I took a gamble. Yeah, and that's fine because it's single limb, so as soon as you're out, you can get right back into another tournament, so it's not like a lot of time wasted. Yeah. Oh, there's a Battle Beetle too. That's pretty rough. So we will do our attack phase. Let's see, I've got 5 resources up. I really want to Chlorophyllia here. Actually, I want to play Crash, and I think I'd rather play Crash than Battle Beetle in the next, or second main phase will Crash. We've got plenty of resources for that. We can Crash and play Howling Brave. So we'll go ahead and just swing for 4 here. Yeah, tournaments are going to be awesome, man. So if you got the client violated monkey, go ahead and check them out. There has been some issues if people are drawing or dropping from the tournament. I'm being told, like, if my opponent were to surrender here or something and not actually take a defeat, it might crash the whole tournament, is what I was told. So, again, it's alpha. So we're going to try to just roll the punches here, as it were. So this is kind of rough for him. Hopefully he won't just surrender. Actually, no matter what, I've got to turn. You know, with that play, I've got a Battle Beetle coming in here, a Spellshield, a Battle Beetle. So on this next turn, let's see, swing for. Instead I could swing for 11, but I'd rather just play the Battle Beetle. Second main phase Battle Beetle. It's a little late for this guy. Yeah. I can never seem to fit this guy into a deck. Does she have... See, the big thing is that I think she needs to have Swift Strike herself for me to justify putting her in the deck. I think a lot of the Inspired troops, it would be nice if they had their Inspire ability, you know, themselves. That makes perfect sense to me. I did do a post about it on Reddit, and it kind of went back and forth. People were on both sides of that issue. Because to me, I guess this is the little Timmy. She's the little Timmy that's going to inspire people to have First Strike, to work hard and have First Strike instead of actually teaching them how to have First Strike. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It doesn't really have to, though, I guess. So second main phase, we're going to play a Battle Beetle here, a Spellshield of Battle Beetle, which will be virtually impossible for him to deal with. And that should be game time right there. Meanwhile, I'll be waiting for the other games to finish out to get to the next round of this. I'm still kind of a little bit surprised also that people aren't playing the deck in the tournament streamers. I haven't really seen a lot of the mono ramp with whatever his name is, with Fist. You pretty much, I mean, Fist is kind of clunky to play in any other deck in my opinion. I've seen people do it. It happens from time to time, like in my random matches, and people play them, but it's usually they're like at like 8 or 9 resources before they can actually cast them. So that gem is bugged, so I don't play it. Yeah, you can make him a 10-10 Battle Beetle, but I'm not going to do that. Plus, I'd rather, again... Yeah, apparently this guy doesn't know. It's not surprising, though. People shouldn't know who I am just by virtue of, you know, whatever. Hey, Laura Alexander, okay. A little late on that guy. He gets first strike, though, so that's fun, right? That's fun. A little late for that guy. Again, I still think, even with that buff, I mean, it's still debatable to me whether I have Spellshield or if I give something +5/+5. Supposed to be for 1 turn, not permanent. Which makes that a lot better, more balanced when it is that way. I guess I'll be mean here, and I can Chaos Key as Lord Alexander. Yeah, just Chaos Key it away. Give my Battle Beetle flying with the 2 Braves. Swing in with all these Rhinos. Yeah, just to do things properly. Do it this way for good form. Good form, Peter. See what he said. Yep. It's good that they added that thing, because like all the time I would hit enter and accidentally pass priority when I didn't need to, and now they've got this thing I can just click on the right when he's... And they put it exactly where I always put the chat now. It goes right here, which is where I had always put it before. So maybe they've been watching some streams and they see where everybody puts it, like in the middle of the screen instead of in this bottom right hand corner. It's much more visible there. I think that's a great place for it to be. So all kinds of good stuff going on with this. First time. No, I've been playing this for a hot minute. Continue. We'll see what he sides in against me. Should side in faster stuff. So this is still pretty good. We can turn 1 Brave, turn 2 Chlorophyllia. Seems fine. Secret Lab is really not what I want to see here. I would have sided that out. We'll go ahead and keep this. Unfortunately, I don't have the sideboard to side in Witches. I would have sided in Witches against this matchup. because he's playing some sort of aggro, and that gains me life and helps me hold on to my board state. So I'm not sure why it's giving me the first turn. It should be giving him the first turn as he lost, so that needs to get fixed still. For this 3-game set, it needs to force turns. I'm not sure why it's giving me the first turn. So that's actually really bad for him. Did he discard? He discarded a 6 again this time. Okay, so that's good for me. Less gas for me to deal with. Chaos Key is also really slow against him, so I might have sided that out as well and just side more bodies in to defend. Honeycap is really strong against this deck, so that's really a really good draw for us here, because I can make a huge Honeycap, and he's not really playing that fast, so chances are I'll be able to just plunk that thing down and he'll just dominate the phases, unless he plays Veteran Gladiator in this deck, which will invalidate my Honeycap. So it looks like next turn we'll probably play a 6/6 Honeycap and just start swinging away. Oh, well, it'll be a 5/5 maybe. We'll see what we draw into, but I think playing the Honeycap would be the right decision here, because 5/5 Honeycap is going to be hard for him to deal with. Or at least I think it should be hard for him to deal with. There's that Pyromancer, good solid play there. Don't feel like I need to have a reason to play the Chaos Key. It's going to take me 2 turns to use it anyways. I feel like I need to really just get the aggro going. At this point, I might even consider trying to trade my Brave for his Pyromancer. I feel like that'd be a bad trade for him. Actually, it'll be a 6/6 Honeycap. Ooh, there's the Crash. So actually, we're going to hold our Honeycap and play the Crash here. I don't think I want to give up my Brave. It's debatable here. Definitely play the Crash. That's definitely got to happen. Yeah, because I can play both Crash and Secret Lab here, so that actually seems like a pretty good play to me. So let's go with that. No real good attacks to make here in the first in the attack phase, so we'll just do everything in the first main phase. Playing the Crash, throwing it back in the deck. That's pretty good top decks there. Secret Lab's not great again against his deck. It'll help me. Doesn't give me card advantage really. Oh, I did put it down here. Never mind. I put it up here. That's what happened. Yeah. So it did put it. It does put the chat box down there, but it lets me move it, and then it puts the thing back up there, so I can move it around still. So there's that Enchantress, which really doesn't do a lot for him here. Honeycap really just, yeah, says whatever to that Enchantress. I don't think she fits this deck type really. Just not the greatest. She really needs to have Swift Strike. If she had Swift Strike right now, that would be something, but yeah, right now it's not really very much of anything. I would trade a Rhino for her, no problems. That's really a bad trade for him. So actually I can play both the Honeycap and my Chaos Key here. Wild Aura. Okay, so we can play the Trixies here. So I can swing it with the Rhino. If he blocks, I Wild Aura it. And not really worth it to play it on my my Brave, so we'll go ahead and just swing in. You want a Teddy Bear. So we'll see if he blocks here. No blocks is fine too, because that allows me to play my Honeycap in the second main phase. I'm playing games. You're supposed to be in bed. Why don't you go to bed? Can you go to bed, please? Say yes, Daddy. Alright, now go to bed. We can play games tomorrow, okay? Say okay, Daddy. Alright. I don't feel like there's anything I really need to discard here. If I draw into some resources, maybe, but I think I'd rather just play the Chaos Key here and just build up my board presence a little bit more. So once I throw Wild Aura on this Honeycap, it'll be really tough for him to get past that. So again, yeah, his aggro-ness it doesn't seem to be paying off just yet. We'll see what he draws, but I'm pretty far ahead here. I didn't even play my gain 5 health ability last time. So we'll see what happens here. Another thing that's nice is every shard that I play is going straight in here. I've only got 3. With because I'm not playing Shards of Fate. Okay, so this Enchantress is going to be decent. It'll have that. Finally, he's got something with Swift Strike or First Strike. But still, I'm just gonna. I mean, I guess I can't swing away now with my Rhino, but I can still swing with Honeycap. Actually, you know, I still can swing with Rhino because if he blocks it, then I Wild Aura it. It's whatever to me. So, no real reason to use my Chaos Key here. I'd just rather use the trick. Suppressive Fire. Can't block this turn. That's fine. I don't care. I'll take 5. Okay, that's fine. Perfectly fine with that. If he decides to swing 5 here. I'm basically ahead now anyway, so. I take 5, I swing back for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Seems like a good trade to me. I feel like I'm pretty far ahead here. Especially if I draw a shard, I'll gain 5 health here. So I'm pretty far ahead in this race. Yep. Fist. So I think I'll just swing away and we'll see if he blocks, and then if not, I'll play Fist in the second main phase. So alright, let's see if you block. Do you take the bait here for the tradesies? For the not really tradesies. He'll just take it? No, he's gonna block. Alright, that's fine. We'll Wild Aura in response. If he burns my guy here, well, I didn't even look at his resources. He's got 0 resources, so he doesn't have resources up to burn him, so he'll just trade his guy there. And I trample over, or rather I crush 3 damage over onto him, and he takes 6, so that's 3, 9 damage, takes him to 8. Can't really swing in here. I mean, he can swing in here for 5, but it's just, yeah, not good. No real reason to use. I mean, I could use a Secret Lab here, but I could end up discarding another Fist. And if there's anything better than Fist, it's 2 Fists. So, yeah. Seems pretty good. I hope that I'm just going to run through the people in the channel in case I hadn't mentioned you yet. I got D-Web, E-Rep, and Hats one. I don't think I've seen you yet. Claw 0006, Claw number 6. Plague Dealer and Star Purge, welcome to the channel. If I haven't said hi to you guys, you guys are welcome to say something to me if you would like, or ask questions while I'm sitting here waiting. Apparently I'm waiting. I hope we're not stuck. Oh boy. And well, his timer's running. Maybe he's thinking about something. No, okay, never mind. He's got Crush, he's a 3-3, he's got First Strike, Swift Strike rather. 4-3 with Swift Strikes, really not going to be good enough for him here. No real attacks to make, I wouldn't think, here for him, because I've got a lot of damage coming through. No Crush damage on the Honeycap, so he can chump him off, but, I mean, it's really... So he can double block and get value. No, he can't, because he doesn't have... He only has Swift Strike on one of them, so no matter what, his Swift Strike dude just doesn't match up with any of my guys. And I can just Chaos Key him away here if I really wanted to. But I don't even think I need to. I think I just swing away and then play Fist in the second main phase after he makes his block decisions. He could double block my guys, but that's a 2-for-1 in my favor here. To kill one of them. He could, like... Alright. But his back ends are so low, it's going to be, you know... Wild Shard, I could throw it away to Lab, it's whatever. I'll just play Fist in the second main phase. We'll just hold on to that Wild Shard for now. So, let's go ahead and continue and see what he does. After I've played the Wild Aura, it's kind of like... You know, I wonder if he's just kind of going to kind of be like, well, maybe he has another Wild Aura. So the block here, let's see, if I was in his position, probably double block the Rhino and then take 6. That's what I would probably do. Let's see, but would I? Yeah, I would double block Pyromancer and Enchantress to the Rhino, and that leaves this guy It's not great. I mean, I don't know what is in his hand. If he has a burn spell, he's in good... No, he doesn't have resources because he spent all his resources on this thing. So he's really in a poor position here. Really bad position. Second main phase will play Fist, of course. And that will, yeah. Actually, you know what? I might play this Wild Shard so I can gain 5 life. That seems pretty good, like a pretty good play there. So he's going to instead double block the Honeycap and take 5. Okay, well that's respectable too, sure. Because I still kill both of his guys. So, here we go. Here's all the damage, so I'll go ahead and... It really doesn't matter here. I guess I can deal it that way. It's whatever. And second main phase, we'll go ahead and play our Wild Shard. So I can gain some life. Just put me further out of reach. Play the Fist. And pass the turn. Yeah. Yeah, I think he needs more burn spells in here. I'm not sure how many he's running. But you would think he'd be running at least 8 burn spells. 4 burn and 4 Rage Fire. In a mono Ruby deck like this. So... Yep. Are you new? I've been around for a little while. Thinking, okay. Oh, a rampaging Tarrasque. It really doesn't matter. I could take the 8 damage if I really wanted to, but I'll go ahead and block him for good foam Pita, and just block him with the Fist and take 2. Here, he'll crush over. He crushes 8 damage, so I'll absorb 6 of it. So I'm just way too far out of reach at this point. Good form, Phantasmic Foot Fortress. Yeah. I wonder if they fixed that gem though. They fixed a lot of things recently. Apparently they fixed, they had a stealth fix on that, whatever it's called. Oh, that sucks. I've had to reinstall the client once, Violated Monkey, and yeah, that kind of sucks. But it did work. I didn't have to like restart the computer because of cache or anything, so that's good. It's got a huge first striking rampaging Tarrasque, which I'm going to block with Fist of Briggadon, and take 5. Taking me back to 15. So the 5 I just gained, I go back. Good games. Fist won it for me. Even if I didn't play the Fist, I'm pretty sure I pretty much had that in the bag with a Chaos Key there, sitting there on the board. Because if he would have attacked for 11, I go down to 9. I could still chump block with that, so whatever. Is mono white viable with the cards added and the new bug fixes? I don't know yet, but it's definitely better. I'll tell you that much. I look forward to playing with whatever it's called, Blessing of the Fallen. We'll put it that way. I'm really looking forward to playing with that card. So I'm gonna take without sideboard. Just saying, right now, the way things are doing. If I'm gonna jinx it now, but we'll see. See how it goes, but chances are pretty good that yeah, so everyone else is in progress. Yeah, you should be able to between matches. You should be able to look at your deck. You're right, I believe so. So apparently I'm playing against either a Shinhair deck or someone that's just happened to be using the Shinhair champion, so we'll see what happens here. Ugh, this is an ugly hand. We cannot play this. We draw again. This isn't good, but it's doable. We'll keep this. So we've got a turn 3 Chlorophyllia into a turn 4 Honeycap, and then possibly a turn 5 Battle Beetle at some point in time. Maybe. We shall see. Our opponent drew all their cards and they kept. So Arctis Tor. It's already looking pretty good for Arctis Tor, although they didn't have a 1-drop. Oh, just playing cards here. Yeah, that opening hand was ugly. I mean, if I drew another resource, it would have been good, but I didn't know. I didn't really feel it. I wasn't feeling that hand at all. So draws his wonderful Sensei to cantrip him in there. Again, we don't think that the straight up Shin Hair deck is very viable right now. But it's just because it's tribal in nature, and so it's very restrictive on the cards that I can play in it. Like, I can't literally... Like, I can play Honeycap in there, but he doesn't get anything from the other Shin Hair, so... I guess I should say hello. Hello! Alright. It's always good to say hello. Okay, so he's playing Chlorophyllia as well, so I'm not sure if he might be playing, what's her name in here? The one that makes the random things. That's right, yeah, that's respectable there. Apparently he's... Oh, he's gonna... Okay, gets in there for one, right? Yeah, get in there for one. Two really big Honeycaps, though, by themselves might actually just get me there. Two 5/5 Honeycaps. Or actually, there'll be 6/6 Honeycaps. Seems pretty good. I've only run 2 in the deck, so we won't draw anymore. So I have a turn 3 Chlorophyllia, a little slow. Perfectly fine there. Play our Chlorophyllia. And then next turn we've got a really big Honeycap in the table. Actually, what I'll do is I'll play the Battle Beetle first, and then actually I'll have a 7/7, 2 7/7 Honeycaps instead. Yeah. So actually we're in pretty good shape here. Things have escalated quite quickly for us. He has no way to target our Battle Beetle, but if he's mono wild, then he probably wouldn't have been able to target it anyways. For people that are pretty good at this game, this is going to be the best time to get your wins in, I would say, because you're going to get a lot of players that are excited to play and that may not necessarily be, you know, the strongest players. So I'll take 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 here. I'll take 5. Okay, so he's basically out of stuff now. Who knows? He might have his own Honeycap. That's 8. That matches up pretty well against my 7/7 Honeycaps I'll be playing. Huh. Did he just... Oh, he must have just played those. So it's only 3 damage. That's pretty reasonable. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I'll just heal back up. Perfectly fine. The Battle Beetle stabilizes for me, and then he flies over all his stuff. Plays another Bucktooth Commander. That could be helpful for him, but... I mean, I feel like I've already stabilized this board state. Without having... I haven't even played a card yet, and I've already feel like I've stabilized this board state. So we'll go ahead and play our Spellshielded Battle Beetle. And we'll also go ahead and gain our 5 health. Going up to 21. Past turn. Quick, quick, quick. I feel like my clock is ticking down unfairly here. I should probably use a space bar. For some reason his clock is ahead of mine, so I don't think he's playing that fast, particularly, because he had to cast all these. Oh, he's playing pretty quickly though. So what we will do in the next main phase is, let's see, I can actually play the Wild Shard, play the Howling Brave, and then play Honeycap. Let's see, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. I can still give my Battle Beetle flying and fly right over him. So that's what's going to happen here. So we'll do that in our first main phase. We will give our Battle Beetle flying and then fly over all of his stuff. Prep phase. Another Wild Shard, okay. So we're going to go ahead and give it flying. Attack step will swing through. What? See, this is the thing, like, we need a Shin Hair that does what Howling Brave does for this type of deck, I think. Because the Howling Brave doesn't get buffed by this Bucktooth Commander, so That's one of the big drawbacks to the deck that he's playing right now. So we'll play this properly. We'll play our Howling Brave, which is going to give us another resource, and then play our Honeycap. Nice 8/8 Honeycap. I mean, yeah. So got him on a 4-turn clock-ish type of thing, although I could swing in with another Honeycap on this turn and on the ground, and that's a big trade if he decides to take that trade. So that would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even really need to trade. I'll just keep swinging away with Battle Beetle, and I'll stabilize with these 2 Honeycaps. I want to get candy. All kids want candy. Candy, candy, candy. Oh, there's my own Sensei. So I'd like to see what my next card is here, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Sensei now before I go to attacks. Another Wild Shard doesn't really do anything for me. Go ahead and give this guy flying. Go to attack step. It's the only Battle Beetle in the deck, but I mean, drawing him or drawing Fist, either way, I mean, it's the same, sort of the same thing. I mean, at least he can block Fist for a little while, but like if he's playing like a Honeycap or something. And big 9/9 Honeycap. Nice big 9/9 Honeycap. So I can actually swing away maybe with both of these Honeycaps here. We can just chump them off though, so it's really not the greatest. I'd rather we'll just take 2 turns to do this. So he chumps them off, and then like he plays like maybe another Bucktooth Commander. Okay, so I guess he just surrenders there. So I'll just say save deck, and I'm not even sure if I need to do that. This is where I would side, but don't have anything to side. So apparently he didn't have anything to side either, because that was pretty quick. So this seems perfectly fine. So I've got the nice quick Senseis. I've got a Combat Trick, Secret Lab. It should be okay. Seems pretty good. Turn 2 Sensei. So let's see how this goes. Seems like if you get the first turn in the first game, you get the first turn in the second game too, which is kind of silly, but should be doing it properly. Although he should have the first turn because he lost anyways, but so I'm not sure. I shouldn't have had the first turn in my last game. Ooh, Crash of Beast is always good. It's a pretty valuable trade piece for him. Most of his stuff is going to be hard for it to get that 4 toughness that it needs to block Crash of Beast without dying. Plus I've got Wild Aura to deal pretty well once I draw another resource. So Sensei, turn 3 Crash, seems pretty good. He did not have a turn 2 or a turn 1 drop, which is really good for me. He really kind of needs to have those. Sensei, I drew my 4th shard, so I already have play. Like everything in here is workable. Drew into a Fist. Fist will maybe, hopefully I'll be able to play him later in the game. I got this turn 3 Crash coming down here, and that's kind of interfere with me drawing more shards, but Crash is just so good. I mean, drawing multiple Crash against him, that's perfectly fine. So he puts up a chump blocker and the Chlorophyllia. I'm not sure again why he's playing the Chlorophyllia. Oh, you know what? He has more than 60 cards in his deck too. Yeah, so there's 5, 6, 7. And he's got 57 now, so yeah, he's got more than 60 cards in his deck. Always good. Or, I mean, good for me, rather, but... So, we'll play the Crash here. I can't play the Root Dancer, otherwise I would, and then play my Shard. So always look at that. As soon as you draw your Root Dancer, it's kind of like, should I be playing that first? Hold on, let's just pause everything here. I guess I should have played that in second main phase, so that's a play mistake there. That's my first play mistake tonight. I haven't got the play mistake counter up yet. I actually am going to be pestering one of my buddies for a thing. Addicted to touch whispered me? Nah, I won't whisper him back. Let's see if I do general / general. There we go. Boo boo boo. Yeah, again, it's just this deck should be more aggro when it's more mid-range. Okay, so at least he's playing Root Dancer. Root Dancer's really good, so he can buff his Battle Hopper. I still block it with Rhino though, so not the greatest. He might be playing Fist in there too or something. I don't know. Oh, another Root Dancer. So he just misplayed. Oh wait, no, he didn't because he couldn't play it anyways. So that could be a really big Battle Hopper. He still doesn't have blockers for this Rhino though. And I still have my Trick as well. So I will actually have a 5/5 Rhino here with the Root Dancer this next phase. Or actually, I might just buff the Sensei and swing away with that instead. Prep phase. Another Fist. Alright, so we're definitely playing the Root Dancer here. And I might as well buff the Sensei, because I mean, he has to double block all of these to really do very much of anything, and I can take 6 damage, no problem. I'm giving him 6 first, so I'm ahead. Plus, I'm gaining 5 life here, so I'm way ahead. Way ahead on this race. Unfortunately, I don't have any other plays for the rest of the turn, but yeah, blocking with Root Dance would be really bad for him here. Blocking his Battle Hopper also pretty bad, so taking 6 is pretty much the only choice he has. Probably has another shard to play, so I'm going to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. Probably go down to 15. But I'll swing back in response. We'll see here. So we'll see if he swings. I don't think I would trade a Root Dancer for a Root Dancer though. I don't know, I might. I'll think about it. Oh, he's buffing the Root Dancers. Okay, well that makes sense, sure. Yeah, counter buff the Root Dancers, okay, for more damage. So now he can swing through for 10 and pretty safely. Bucktooth Commander helps a little bit. Yep, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now I'm on the defense. So now, next time he swings, I can sit on Wild Aura and for a combat trick. So I actually have to go defensive here. I'm not sure why he didn't attack there. That was a poor decision. Should have attacked. He should be on the offense now. Maybe he thought I had a combat trick or something. I don't know. I really feel like I need a cantrip through this deck actually, so I'm going to chance it and not play the Wild Aura, and we'll just see what happens here. He's not attacking, so let's see what the next card is. Crash. That's really good. Howling Brave. Howling Brave gets me one step closer to casting these fists. So I'll be able to play the Crash in the next turn. And that's decent. No real attacks to make, because that's a poor trade for me. So if he attacks again, I'm still taking it. You know, I'm still taking... Well, no, I'll block Root Dancers here. I'll trade a Rhino and a Sensei for a Root Dancer. Plays his own Fist. Okay. Well, now it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. I need to draw a resource here, would be nice. Or I need to get enough toughness out that I can block his Fist. So maybe buffing the Sensei early would have been, it might have been better to buff the Rhino, and then so now that I know he has Fist, I know that I have to have something that has at least 7 toughness to deal with it effectively. Yep, plays his resource, makes Fist really big. Seems pretty good. Really big fists. So that kind of stabilized his board state for him pretty well there. Again, he should have swung in, otherwise he'd be a lot closer to killing me here. I'm not sure why he buffed his commander. I guess that's okay. So let's go ahead and pass for prep phase. Honeycap. I need a really big Honeycap for this to work. I think I just play Crash here. That's pretty much my only option. So Crash is the play. I have 2 resources, which means I can't cast anything. Yeah, I just didn't ramp out here. So I'm going to be taking at least 8 on this next turn. He's got blockers for a lot of my stuff, so if he swings away it'd be helpful, but I don't think he will do anything like that drastic. This guy's a pretty defensive player, so chances are I'm just going to take 8 here for a little while, and if I top deck a Chaos Key here, that'd be really good. So actually I might have wanted to play a Secret Lab there and just draw to see if I can get to Chaos Key. Got 2 in the deck, so yeah, he's getting huge. Playing those resources, he's getting huge. So 12 is a lot. Puts me on like a 3-turn clock. Ooh, that's gonna be game. Yeah, it's pretty lucky for him. Hey, what's going on, Nero? I'm losing my game 2 here versus Arctistor with a 15. He's playing with a 15-15 Fist and a whole bunch of other things. So let's see. They all have Crush, so that's pretty much game. There's really not. I can't absorb it all. So 6, 10, 14. Yeah. So I'll just take it all. There's no way I can. Because I can absorb 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, yeah. Did I say good game? Yeah. So. Yep, that's what happens. Alright, I'm getting a little cocky now, so we'll just go to game 3 here. I'm pretty much ready to go. Game 3. Gotta make it happen here. Heart of the cards. A little slow again, but I think we're gonna have to stick with this. We'll keep this. Would have been nice to get that turn 1 Brave to like turn 2 Chlorophyllia or something, but we'll stick with this. We've got the cantrippage with the Sensei, which should help us out. We've got the turn 3 Chlorophyllia or Weird Dancer, depending on how things are going. Arctistor. Runts. See, that's a good turn 1 play. Some quick chump blockers, which could get bigger later. Always seems pretty good. I wonder if he drew his Root Dancer. Really wondering game 1 what was going on exactly, but well, there's my Fist. So it'd be nice if I can play that. This game. I've got the Chlorophyllia, so I'm 1 resource away. I'm winning a Battle Beetle too. Wow, okay. Really good. So we're doing pretty well here. Turn 3 Chlorophyllia, and then if I draw a resource, I can play either one of these. I got 24 resources in the deck. I've only drawn 3 of them, so there are 21 resources left out of 51 cards. So that means there's 30 cards that are not those. Pack Raptor is kind of like incidental to me. Still kind of incidental to me. I'll take 4 in the next turn. Once I play like something big enough, it really won't matter. Pack Raptor he's kind of just drops off. Early game, like you just played him, is really good, but in the late game, he's not going to be that great. So I'll be playing Chlorophyllia here most likely. Unless I draw something else that makes me want to play it. Nope. There we go. So I've got turn 4 Fist. Not a turn 3 Fist, but a turn 4. Still good. Still good. That's reasonable. It's respectable. So, Plus I'll gain 5 life, so, I mean, the 4 damage he's going to do is going to get negated. Oh, it's nice that you can hang out at work and just watch streams. Nero. Let's see, if I haven't seen you guys, let's see, I don't think I've said hello to Star Purge yet. Violated Monkey, I don't think I've said hello to you yet, so hello to you. More Battle Hoppers, okay. Another Chlorophyllia. I mean, I kind of see what he's getting at with this. He's going to Chlorophyllia until he gets to whatever that thing is, so it gives him +3/+3 and Crush, but the deck seems a little bit disjointed, a little bit clunky for me, for my taste, the deck that he's playing. I don't feel like it's as focused as it could be. So, we'll see if he can deal with this Fist or not. He's out of resources, so I actually have an attack to make with this Sensei to kill one of his Battle Hoppers. Maybe. Or he might take one, I don't know. So we'll do that before we cast our Fist. Just to make him go, huh? Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm not sure if I'm going to play the ramp again or if I'm going to play something else. So I've got a deck in mind that I think I'm going to play. We'll see. I ran it past John. John said it's pretty solid. So we're going to gain our life. Attack step. Swing in. He should just take this. That's what he should do. Because his Battle Hopper should be too important to him. Taking one and playing the Fist. Let's see, Threshold, cast, just like tweeted to me or something. I'm between like 3 decks. I mean, basically like aggro, tempo, and this ramp deck. So, yep. Let's see what we got here. I'm looking at my tweets while I wait for this, for Arctis Tor to take his turn. Cantrippage seems pretty good. Okay. They're responding to my tweet about the Blessing the Fallen working properly now. Now, if he crushes through here, I mean, that would be ridiculous, and that would be game. If he has that card on this next turn, it's because I can't handle that much damage. So, I mean, that card makes sense to me, sure. So the play here is probably Root Dancer to buff Fist. 2 Root Dancers. Double Root Dancer to buff Fist. Actually, I might defend. I'll probably buff Fist once, and I'll buff Sensei once. That's what I'll do. Or actually, I could buff the Root Dancers. I think I just want to push damage, though. Well, if I have to, I can chump block with them. Yeah, I'll just split the difference here. I'm gonna buff Fist and 3 damage. I mean, it's going to be 3 no matter what. Let's see, a 4 here. Let's do that one. Yeah, so 4 there, and then 4 and 2 there, so Fist will come through for a lot of damage here. So I've got a 4/4 that I could trade possibly if he overruns here. So hopefully he didn't draw into overrun. His overrun, I call it overrun, but you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's basically a +3/+3 trample. I guess he feels the need to absorb 1 damage out of the 8 that I'm giving him, so I'll put him to 12. It's a little bit scary. I mean, I don't think he has the overrun because he just blocked. If he had it, he wouldn't have done that. He's also running, again, above 60 cards in this deck, so it's kind of sad if I lose to this. Another Pack Raptor. Oh, wait a minute. It might have been the Pack Raptors. Never mind. Plays a resource. Doesn't have any, doesn't have the Root Dancer, so feel pretty good. He could swing through with this Dandelion Sprite, I guess. So let's see. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Ooh, there we go. Squirrel Titan for probably one of his pack raptors would be good here. So we'll do that. We'll do that now. Yeah, we'll just Squirrel Titan a pack raptor away here. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. Guess he could buff it in response. We'll see if he does that. He has the ability to do that. I mean, it would kill my thing. Nope. Okay. No resource to play, which is lucky for him to make my fist any bigger. So we'll just go attack phase and let Fist go to work. He's got, if he takes it all, he's got more turns because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got 9. He could potentially block enough to stay alive in the next turn here. So he's going to double block it here to take 6, putting him to 6. So Squirrel Titan's a really good blocker, even if he does overrun at this point in the game. Keep seeing tweets. I'm just stoked because Blessing of Fallen worked, and like I think people are responding now to it. Let's see. Guess I should retweet him. I found this out. Fixed the hard way, losing to an inspired deck with an extinction deck. He's gonna make another dude to chump me, I guess. Plays his own Honeycap. He plays an 8/8 Honeycap, which is just big enough to block Fist for 1 turn. Not big enough to absorb damage from Fist over and over again, so that's kind of bad for him. If I draw a resource here, that helps. I don't think he blocks with it, though. Well, no, yeah, he kind of, it's whatever. We'll see what happens. 8/8 Honeycap. He needed 1 more to make it 9/9 to make it so I couldn't deal with it really. No real reason to play his stuff in the first main phase. We'll just go ahead and swing away with Fist and see what he does for us. Skip. Second main phase, we'll play Beetle and Howling Brave. Let's see, does he trade the Honeycap here? Does he? No, he trades enough guys to stay alive. Was that takes him to 1? That'll take him down to 1. If I had the buff here, I could buff him and then win at this point, which is what I would do. This is why damage right isn't great, is because it just doesn't block well. It attacks okay. Second main phase, we'll play Beetle. And a Howling Brave. If I needed to, I could chump block this Honeycap, but there's no reason for him to attack with it at this point in the game. He's at 2. So, I probably would... I'd probably just chump it off with Sensei, because it doesn't have trample. And then if he gave it trample, it's whatever. So at this point, if you gave them all +3/+3 and trample, I should be able to absorb enough to stay alive and then just swing back through with Fist again. Oh, he's saying something? Good game. Good game. Copycat? Yeah. Oh, apparently I'm right in on the last game here versus Cells. He's also running a ramp deck. Ugh, this is not a great hand, but I know he doesn't have interaction here. I think I'm going to keep it. I have the Chaos Key for his Fist, so this is a risky hand to keep, but we're going to keep it. A risky hand to keep. If I draw you two... Oh, he got his turn 1 Brave, so I'm glad I kept my turn 1 Brave. It'd be nice if I can move this. There we go. So yeah, here's why we play this deck, because it's dominant. I wonder if he's going to have his turn 2 Chlorophyllia. So I've got a turn 2 Sensei, which isn't great, but hopefully we'll be able to draw into what we need. We've got 2 Fists, so hopefully I just get there. It's not looking great though. I don't like this hand. Really don't like this hand. He has the first turn, so I guess he'll have the first turn in the next game too. If he swings through, I'm taking it because I need my resources. I'm guessing he doesn't need his as much. He didn't have a turn 2 Chlorophyllia, so that's really good for us. Really good. So I actually have a turn 2 Sensei and well, there's another Howling Brave. Actually, I have a turn 2 Howling Brave, so that's actually going to help me get there. Alright, so there we go, Sensei. See what we draw. Crash. Crash is good for us. That will help. And Howling Brave. Now I'll definitely trade a Sensei for his Howling Brave, because I know that he's ramp as well. So I have 4 resources now. So I can play the Crash, which is nice. I need to draw resources though, so it might actually be more advantageous to play like Honeycap here. I really hate having to do that, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what he plays here. He's drawing plenty of resources, so that's good for him. I don't know. I don't think Crash hurts me that much. I think I can play it. It's kind of debatable here. I really kind of need to draw 2 more resources to get there. And that's going to make it tougher to do so. So it's a really tough decision at this point. We'll see what he plays here. 4, maybe he plays a Honeycap. He does. So I actually might play my Honeycap. We'll see. Be nice to draw a resource here. I really need a resource to match up a 5/5 Honeycap against his. I don't think actually I want to play Crash here. It'd be really nice to draw a resource here. Come on. Not what I want to see here. I don't think Crash is the best for me here, and neither is Honeycap, but I think I have to play the Honeycap. So that's what we're going to do. Because I really need to draw resources, and I really don't want to make it harder for me to do that. So that is why I'm making this decision. That's a tough decision to make, because I really like to have a bigger Honeycap, but that's what has to. Sometimes you gotta make those decisions. Tough decision. I wonder if he's in. He looks like he might be in kind of the similar situation, maybe, if he plays Honeycap that early. I mean, if he plays another resource here that he had in hand, it's hard for me to know because I don't see anything in his hand. I have actually, maybe I've seen Cells before. I feel like I played against him before, so yeah. So if he actually had that, that was kind of a misplay in my opinion. He must have just drawn. I think he just drew that Chlorophyllia, otherwise he would have played it earlier. Yep, gets his 25 life. So he is in range of his 6-drop, and I am not in range of mine, which is really bad news for me. So he's a lot faster than me this game, which means there's a very good chance that I'll lose here. Do I want to push damage on him the next turn? I think that I do. The thing is, if I do, and he pushes back, I'm not really ahead here. I could make this trade. He's got 2 cards in hand. I'll just take it. I'd rather just take the 4. I don't know if he's got like wild growth in there or something. Wild growth is good for this deck, but if you're playing Crash, it kind of competes with Crash, and so that's why I pulled it out for in favor of Wild Aura. Come on, resource. We really need a resource. Okay, great. That helps me out a lot. So I can actually lay out the Chaos Key here, second main phase, and I still don't want to play Crash here because I don't want it to stifle me getting to that next resource I really need. So we're not going to play the Crash again. So we will swing away. Actually, I'm not going to swing with Howling Braves. I can't because he's got his, and I don't want to. He's got 6 resources without the Howling Brave, so. So we'll just swing away and play the Chaos Key, and that will actually take care of his 6-drop threat. So we're in a pretty decent position. He's only got 2 cards in hand. We have card advantage because we've got more cards than him. So I feel like I'm in an okay position, but it's not great. If he has 2 6-drops, or if he has Spellshield to Battle Beetle, like, I'm done for here, because he's going to play it a lot earlier than I will. Or if he's playing the cheesy gem in Battle Beetle, which gives him +5/+5, then I'm basically done. If he's playing the cheater gem, because it's only supposed to be for 1 turn and it just stays permanently. So the cheater gem. Yeah, he's playing it with. Oh, he's playing Spellshielded. Okay. So that's really good for him. Chaos Key does nothing for me in this situation. He'll swing back for 4. Oh, you know what? I didn't gain my life. Oh, I couldn't anyways. So I take 4 here. He's way ahead. I still don't want to block that Howling Brave. I'll take 5. I really need to draw another resource here. That's what needs to happen. I really need that pretty bad. I think he's too far ahead at this point, though. So I can play Fist, which will block his Honeycap, but I'll take 5. I'm 2 turns away from death, because he gives Battle Beetle flying, and I have no answer. Well, I can play my own Battle Beetle, I guess, to block it. This is rough. I'm behind here. I guess I play Battle Beetle if I draw a resource. Okay, I drew the resource, so I can't really attack in, so there's really no attacks to make here. So we just simply play our Battle Beetle. I'll gain my 5 life and go back up. Really need to stabilize my board state. Unfortunately, his Battle Beetle flies over my Battle Beetle this turn, so that's kind of bad for us, but I can trade Battle Beetles in the following turn. So Battle Beetle's a good blocker for his Honeycap. I probably should have actually traded Honeycaps earlier. It's tough to. That was a tough decision, though. No real good attacks here, so we'll just stop. He could still have a buff in his hand. I'm not sure if he's a main phase. If he plays something in his main phase, that would be really nice, because that tells me he can't buff. 2 cards in hand. He might get excited and just slam his next 6 drop down. We'll see what happens here. 8 resources, so that's good for me. That he just top decked another resource and just played it out for no reason. Should really be saving those at this point in the game. Gonna give it flying, of course. Swing through. So that tells me he doesn't have a buff for his Honeycap at all if he doesn't swing with Honeycap here. But he might. No, just swinging the 5. That seems pretty good. Yeah, he's finally left. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. Plays something in the second main phase. Plays another Battle Beetle. Ugh. That's rough. So I have to save 2 resources to play my Battle Beetle. I can't even play Fist, but I can play Crash here. So that's good. Unfortunately, I just don't have the blockers for this. I have to chump something. I only have 1 Spellshield Battle Beetle in the deck, so I have no other flyers to deal with his other Battle Beetle here. So 2 Crash is okay here. Not great at this point in the game. Yeah, they all have Spellshield, of course, because that would be the gem to play. So I can't Chaos Key them away. I need to have 2 resources, so it's basically like, yeah, just sit here. Looks like your game. So during attackers, I'll activate and give it flying or whatever. There's really no attack to make here. Coming through with 2 flyers, I'm going to take 5, and then I'll take 5 in the next turn no matter what, so I'm 2 turns away from death. And I can't swing for 20 damage all in 1 turn. This deck doesn't do things like that, because it doesn't have the overrun card at all. So, almost stabilized my board state, but it just didn't happen for me. I needed to come out of the gate a lot quicker. Looking for a game. Close one too, yeah, it's pretty close, but not really. I mean, okay, attack priority. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to do this. Duh. There we go. Now I can do it. And we'll see if he has the buff for one of them, just to add insult to injury here. He might. Nope. Okay. That tells me he doesn't have any buffs at all. Sensei, okay. It's a cantrip. Yeah, I would probably just side in more Battle Beetles to deal with his Battle Beetles, but I don't know, I haven't seen a Fist out of him. Maybe Chaos Key too, I don't know. We'll see. If I had Sideboard. Prep phase. Wild Shard, which doesn't do me any good. Would have been nice to have been able to play that earlier, but just wasn't in the cards for me at all. I can activate 2, which isn't enough for that. That's pretty much it. Yeah, there's no other... But I did have more Battle Beetles in the sideboard that I made up when I played Tournament of Streamers. I just didn't know we had sideboards. I thought these were single matches. So, we'll see how games 2 and 3 go here. Yep, gives it flying. I don't like depriving people of the win. It just feels so good to deal those last points of damage sometimes. It wouldn't have mattered because I can't target his guy. If I could target his guy, obviously I would have with this, but it targets a card and he's got Spellshield. So you would be right about this, Owl Moose. If I didn't cast Crash a Beast, then I could do that. Yeah. So, yep, not my first rodeo. Although someone earlier thought it was, but so he probably has an actual sideboard, is what I'm guessing. Yeah, it's taking him more than 10 seconds. Oh, never mind, he doesn't. Okay, well, let's hope that we do better. That's already better. That's pretty good. Oh, wow, this is good. This is ridiculous. Here we go. Seems pretty good. So we have a turn 2 Crash, and then a turn... Yeah, versus his deck, that's really good. Turn 2 Crash, and then like a turn 3 Root Dancer or Sensei. We'll get there with this hand, I think, for sure. I think that, yeah, we should be able to push damage pretty quickly with this, so drawing another resource would be good, but you know, for a Root Dancer, so we might not play Root Dancer that soon. We're definitely playing this Crash. Oh yeah, perfect. That is awesome. So play that, and I'm gonna turn to Crash here. Crash right in there. Turn 3 Root Dancer to buff something. Seems pretty good. And you know, Crash Beast competes with the other cards. It's going to make it harder for me to draw my other shards, but with this low end curve, I mean, yeah, just dump the hand out, basically. So that kind of gives him a blocker here, but he should be behind. So I think I buffed the Rhino because he doesn't have removal. So we're going to go and do that. I've got a Howling Brave to play in my second main phase here. Yeah, that's the thing, that Mono Wild just doesn't have removal. Yep. I'm going to play our Howling Brave in the second main phase. Pump and dump. Yep, that's pretty much what we're doing here. Secret Lab isn't great for us here, but you know, hopefully it'll help us. We can trip through the deck a little bit, throw away things I don't need. But I've got 3, 4, 5 resources, so I'm 1 resource away from being able to play my 6 drops. So I'm already ridiculously better than the last game. Because I just never, like, by the time I got there, he was just too far ahead. Playing the Sensei is going to happen in our first main phase in case we see if we can cantrip into another resource to buff our Rhino some more. If I can get him up to a 7/7, that would be really good, because then he can block a Fist if I need to. He can just block him all day. Plays his own Crash. Okay. Yeah, his Crash is a little bit slower and not as meaty as mine. So I'm perfectly fine with that. He's got 0 resources. He played him in his first main phase. He could have actually swung in with the Sensei. It made me think twice about blocking with the Root Dancer, but... Let's see here. That's... Okay, so I can actually dump a Secret Lab to a Secret Lab here. Ooh, there's another Root Dancer. We'll just go ahead and play him out. Our second main phase. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and swing in. Swing away. So things look pretty good for us so far. Pretty good, pretty good. Pretty girl, pretty girl. Double Root Dancer is just so rough, especially when you don't have removal. I'll take 3 here, no problem. I have Secret Lab to discard a Secret Lab in the next turn. I'll play that in my main phase as well. Of course, if he swings with his Rhino, I can swing back with Root Dancers, plus everything else. So, I don't even think he can swing in with his Rhino here. He needs to play... Okay, Root Dancer helps him out here. Does he have the resource for it? He does. Okay, so he swings for 5 here. Maybe. Which I'll definitely take. Gains 5 life, okay. 5 cards in hand, he's at 4 resources. He's running kind of slow. I really feel like I need to get ahead of him here. He's on defense, so he's the control player, I'm the aggro. So it would be nice to draw a resource here, for sure. So I can buff my Rhino out of range, possibly something else. Prep phase. Perfect. So I'll probably just double buff Rhino and push damage. Yeah, I think that's the play here. We'll just double buff him. He's huge. He's stronger than Fist ever could be. I still want to see what my next card is here. We're gaining our 5 life. Seems pretty good right now. I feel pretty good about this. There's a Sensei we can play in our second main phase. Actually, I'll just play it now, just to see what my next card is. So I've got more things I can swing in with on the next turn. Ooh, there's a Squirrel Titan. I can get his Root Dancer with that. The next turn. Now that I've got 6. He'll probably just take 9 here. He doesn't have enough to block it all. So, just take 9. There's really, I'm in no fear. I have no fear of him swinging in on me at this point in the game. Yeah, that went really fast for me. Really lucky draw. Something I'd definitely like to see again in the next game. Yep. So we got Squirrel Titan for his Root Dancer is probably what's going to happen here. And then actually I can just swing away and that should be game. It'll be game time. No matter what he plays here. If he plays a 6-drop, it's actually really good for me. Actually, he doesn't have the resources for it. So he's stalled on resources anyways. Yeah. Yeah, he really. I just came out of the gate really fast, which is what I need to do in this matchup. There's another crash, but I'd rather just kill his Root Dancer here. He has to block my 9/9 here. And even if he blocks it, he takes... Yeah. So now I just swing away, because he has to block the 9/9, so I can swing confidently with all the rest of my troops. Plus the crush damage will probably kill him anyway, so it's that he can absorb 6 of it. He still takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I mean that's just... He'll still take 3. So. Yep. So just kind of got lucky there. Oh, I have 2 Spellshielded Battle Beetles in this version of the deck. Continue. Well, that's... ain't that quaint. It's gonna be good enough, I think. I think we'll be good enough with this. We'll keep this. So, turn 1 Brave is really good for us. We really kind of need a little bit more action here, but it seems like it's enough. But very lucky to draw that turn 1 Brave, especially that he didn't. Oh, turn 2 Chlorophyllia, amazing. Yeah, this is gonna be an amazing game for me. I can already tell. So anything he plays, I can Squirrel Titan away on turn 3. So hopefully he'll play something here for me to target. Like Wild Root Dancer would be nice. I think I'm only running the 1 Squirrel Titan in the deck, so this deck is pretty good. Sensei is, he's a drop. I mean, I'd rather not Squirrel Titan a Sensei. If he doesn't drop anything substantial, I'll probably play Honeycap instead, which will be a 6/6 body, which, you know, I'll have to deal with. I think I've seen him play Chlorophyllia, so I think he's playing it. He just didn't draw it. So yeah, nothing going on here. So this is like the best play is Chlorophyllia here, and then after that, what we can do is play Honeycap and Sensei, depending on if we have targets for Titan. I want to get the most value out of Titan possible, so hopefully turn 3 he plays. It'd be best if he plays a Root Dancer here, for me. If he plays a Root Dancer here, then I can play my Titan confidently. Yeah. It's not a turn 3 Fist unless I draw into one, which is like, can be auto-win in a lot of situations. Turn 3, play a Root Dancer. Root Dancer. Root Dancer. Root Dancer. I'd like to see a Root Dancer out of you. Cells. I think Cells is a streamer. Oh, there's a Chlorophyllia. Okay, well, not a lot of action on the board. I'll take 1 here. So that puts us more even keel. I'm only a turn ahead of him now. 6/6 Honeycap doesn't really match up that great against a lot of his threats. You know, because the Battle Beetle has that nice evasion where he flies over, doesn't care. And, you know, Fist, of course, just doesn't care about a 6/6 Honeycap. So I think I'm going to Sensei first, and we'll see. Oh, there's a Crash. So I think I'd rather play Crash here. I'll play Crash and then draw with Sensei. So... and I can still attack in with the Brave. He's got 0 resources. There's really nothing going on. I'm just going to do this during my first main phase, just so I don't mess anything up. Let's see, then we do that, and then we'll see if we can draw another Crash here. Yeah, push through the deck. Okay, so I drew another Brave, so I'm just going to go ahead and play it to make my Honeycap bigger in this next turn. That's really important to get a 7/7 Honeycap into play for his Fist. So no attacks. Board position looks decent right now. He's got 5 cards in hand. If he drops a resource and drops like a Fist here, I'm in some trouble. we'll see what happens. It's the final game here. We're in round 3 of this 8-man pod. Ooh, there's that Fist. Okay, so hopefully I can drop this Honeycap and just block him all day. Hopefully. Turn 4 Fist is only 1 turn, not as good as a turn 3 Fist. That seems pretty good. That stalls me out pretty good. Of course, if he plays a Root Dancer here and then buffs his Fist, it puts it back out of range on my Honeycap, so that's not good either. So Fist can only block for him for 1 turn. Ooh, there we go, perfect. So we can play the Brave here and make Honeycap even bigger. That's really important. So let's go ahead and do that. That's important. And again, we don't have any attacks to make here, so we'll just do things during our first main phase. I have 4 resources, which is enough for the Honeycap, so we're going to go ahead and get some resources and play our Sensei first to see what else we can draw here. Okay. Which I probably should have done first before I played this, played the Brave, but that's fine. Oh, I hope we're not frozen. Don't be frozen. Oh, good. Okay, good. Priority bug would really stink at this part of the tournament, because I would probably kill the whole tournament. Okay, draw my card. Another wild shard. Awesome. Perfect. That's going to put my Honeycap way out of range of his Fist. And again, he doesn't, I don't think he's even playing with Chaos Keys in here, so his removal is very, very minimal in his deck. So he's only going to be able to block again 1 turn, and I've got a lot of damage coming back at him. So this looks really good for me. Yeah, these draws are pretty epic. You're absolutely right, Nero. So this is really good for me. Even if he pumps, if he plays a Root Dancer here, that's really good for me because I can kill it. If he plays something else, he can only pump it for 3, so that's the only pump spell he could use here for his Fist, if he's going to use something at quick action speed. This is my first tournament with the tournament client too, so didn't even use sideboarding. So imagine when I started sideboarding. You know, in these matchups, it's going to be, you know, okay, but he has to swing with them. I block with Honeycap all day. And Honeycap says, "What? Are you Fist? I've heard about you." That tickled a little bit on my little Honeycap. Yeah. Plays its own Honeycap, which is a 7/7 Honeycap. So that's respectable, I guess. So that kind of... Oh, and a crash. Okay, so that's good. So we just kind of like... We're kind of playing the stalemate game now at this point. He's got 2 cards in hand. I don't know if I play the Squirrel Titan to kill his Rhino here. Let's go ahead and do that. Play my own Fist. Sure, that seems perfectly fine here. I'll play my own Fist and we'll start swinging back and forth at each other. Actually, you know, my Fist blocks his Fist. So I can swing in with Honeycap here. I should have just swung in with Honeycap first to see if he blocked it. I don't really want to do that though. Do I? I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait because I can Squirrel Titan his Honeycap and then, or his Rhino in the next turn. So we'll just wait. Yeah, because I don't want to lose my Honeycap at all. I feel like that would be an error, a judgment error. Trading my Honeycap for his would be a judgment error. Because we don't know if he's going to be able to buff his Fist. I'm still waiting for those buffs to come out of his deck. He's got 3 cards in hand compared to my 1. Swings. I'm going to block it with my own Fist because if he buffs it, it's just going to push a little bit more damage. What I might do actually is swing in with my fist, he'll block with Honeycap, and then second Squirrel tighten it away. That might actually be the play here. Plays a Battle Beetle. Now it's on. Alright, we'll see what happens here. I think he should block with Honeycap, second main phase Squirrel Titan, and that should be helpful. So I'm going to swing with Honeycap and Fist here. Or will I? Let's see. We'll see what we draw. A Wild Shard. I don't really like playing this here. I've got plenty of shards in play. I think I just hold it. Well, let's see. I have to play 4 of them to gain life. I'd rather just hold on to it here. Can I swing with Honeycap? I think I'd rather just keep blocking the 6 damage. So yeah, let's just go and open the Squirrel Titan his Honeycap away. After he blocks, so second main phase, Squirrel Titan will trade with his Honeycap. I feel like that's a pretty good play. Interactivity. Love it. So I'm still taking 5 from his Battle Beetle here. But I've got a lot of damage on the board to swing back through with on this next turn, and he won't have the blockers that he had here. So I can actually swing away with like all my dorks and this Rhino to push a little bit more damage. I think I'm in a good spot here. Swinging with his Battle Beetle is okay, but it's probably not the greatest. I should be able to, my damage should out-damage him here. Because I'll swing with Fist, which he really can't. I mean, he can block it, but it's not great. Of course, if he doesn't... Let's see, so he deals... Defense priority. Wait, what? It didn't give me a chance to block with Honeycap for some reason. Oh, I must have skipped it. Oh, that's a big play mistake there. I missed my block with Honeycap. Plays a Root Dancer, which he must have just drawn into. And a Shard. He should have played that before combat. I'm not sure what he's doing. Okay, well. My Honeycap still blocks his Titan. Alright, well, not that though. Not that thing. I think he wins here. So I'm going to swing with... Ooh, there's a Wild Aura. That's helpful. I'm going to swing with everything, you know, all this stuff. Let's see. If I swing with Honeycap and he blocks, I Wild Aura it deals trample damage. So he could absorb. Let's see, I'm dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, that's 20 damage. 20, 21, 22, 23, it's not enough. So we'll just hold off here. He should just block with his Rhino. And I can block with my Rhino and then Wild Aura it in the next turn if he swings. Man, not blocking that Fist, I don't know what's going through my mind there. So that was kind of silly. So he's going to trade here. Kill that thing there. Root Dancer there. Do I want to kill that Root Dancer? I think I do. Yeah. We're killing that Root Dancer. Yeah, killing the Root Dancer is big because that stops some of his damage from coming through. So we're going to do that. That is most definitely happening right now. puts him to 16. I'm taking 7 no matter what. I should be able to block. I'll remember to block Fist this time. The 3/3 can like trade off. And then I need to deal enough to him the next turn. So I might actually take the 3 here, because it doesn't change my clock if he swings. Yeah, I'm flying, sure. Yeah, it doesn't change my clock if I take 3 here, so I'll probably take the 3 and then block Fist. Actually, I could take 6. He might have a pump though, so... Attack priority. Defense priority there. So he can chump off my Honeycap. So it's really not a good attack. I mean, I have to make the attack anyways. Oh, so he's going to do what I did. Ooh, it's going to get my Honeycap. Trade my Honeycap. Maybe. Yeah, okay. So I'm dealing 6. I don't think I have enough. No, I need a Chaos Key. Yeah, you're right, I need a Chaos Key, but even then it doesn't take care of this. Well, I need a Chaos Key for that. I don't have enough damage here. So the big mistake here was, yeah, that doesn't help. Yeah, I can't stop his flying Battle Beetle. I actually need to draw a Battle Beetle, is what needed to happen there. Yeah, so we'll just swing away here. That's what a play mistake costs you. Yeah. Yep. So there you go. But I will put a sideboard on this deck now, and then it'll be a lot better because I'll have Chaos Key and you know, 2 more Battle Beetles with Spellshield. So that's unfortunate. I deal 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to take him to 5. Yeah, well, I would have won this if I had absorbed 6 more, because I would be out of range. Yeah, actually I would have won this if I hadn't made that one play mistake. That one block that I didn't make made a big difference, so... So if I didn't make that block, I would actually be at 12 here, and I would only actually need to block 1 Rhino to him, and I would have won. Yep. Big play mistake there. I'll go ahead and double block him anyways, though. Well, that's unfortunate.